Folks, Hot Rod Rodney 25, aka Out of Scale Railroad, coming back to you with another Prestonburg changes update, part A11, I believe, of my Prestonburg change video series, version 2. Anyway, you can see not a lot is happening on this side of the wall, of the divider wall. The track is liquid nailed down as of the other night. This side's dry. This side was done last night and should be pretty well dry by now and cured. So I'll be able to switch to that side once I get done a little more on this side, because while one side's drying, I move to the other side and start that and just work myself back and forth, and it gets a little more done instead of waiting around and doing completely nothing. But anyway, I added this last night and the plaster cloth dried pretty good, and I decided to start painting it. So this is kind of a flyover type view, what they call a flyover, because you're up above. You can see I put some different green paint down along the track to make it look growthy. It actually looks like it might still be a little bit wet because of so much layers in there. But I went ahead and started putting paint all over the mountain. I will probably have to redo a lot of these spots, and that's actually just a little bit not really. It's just cold from the weather outside. And it is cold again, guys, because it's been raining. It was pouring yesterday all day long. So now everything's soaking wet outside, and I can't do nothing outside. Wanted to weed whack and all that this week before I leave for my trip on Friday, but it don't seem to be going to happen. So, but yeah, that's a little hillside that I threw in there just to take away a lot of the space that's going to be shown in behind the track on this side. You can see when I filmed from the back side here what used to be the campsite, campsite rail fanning place and all that. That is probably going to get changed. There probably is no campsite or much rail fanning, and I'll explain that here in a minute. But you can see the hillside there. I will put foliage and turf and probably won't put too many trees on there because of the way it's slanted. It's not slanted enough, so it'll probably just be some growth along there, maybe a few high patches around the trolley track. This spot here, I will definitely have to put something there and then put, something to fill in that hole. Back here, it won't matter because you're not going to see it anyway. On the other side of the tracks, I'm not too sure what I'm going to do. I might just put some foliage and turf and stuff like that in there, because you're not going to see. I'm sorry, guys, moving camera fast. You're not going to see much through this tunnel portal here. The only way you're actually going to see any of this is if, like I say, if I film from the back side. And that all that will have a removable panel on it to, store stuff, or if I want to put circuit boards in there or something, that way they're easily accessed. I can just take the wall down and get in there. Here I'm going to have an access panel, probably from that piece of foam to this piece of foam, and behind my removable tunnel portal, and that might be where the circuit board goes for the automatic reverser, which is an AR2 Circuitron automatic reverser for the trolley track, worked by sensors. So that'll probably be where that gets hid. That way if something needs adjusted to the light, I can just get in there and adjust it, put the panel back on, and put the tunnel portal back in, and be done. So, but you can see the tunnel walls, which is still going to be a Prestonburg tunnel, but they'll walk through a tunnel, but all of this underneath of this area will be like imaginary stores and places to hang out, restrooms. They'll have like a model rail, probably a model railroad layout, or layouts, you might say. Then you'll have like a store, imaginary historic memorabilia type historic store, where you can buy hats and shirts and hoodies and that kind of stuff of the historic site and other stuff. So basically that's what that's going to be. It's just going to be an imaginary area under there with stores and a big model train layout. Over here, I thought about something to do with the same thing, but they're going to have to cross a big creek or river to get there. So that's just going to be probably a stone wall or something. I'll probably put stone on it, and same way with this one over here, it will probably be stone as well. And then, of course, foliage and turf and that kind of stuff all over the place to give it some growth look. Like I said, that one will probably be stone too. I don't know, since this one up here is reused for the upper one. I may just build it so it's down there and over there too, because of being on both sides of the river or creek, however you want to say that. Here is basically where the black line is drew out, is going to be small trees, bushes, etc. Stuff like that. This track will house, some old locomotives I have that I won't even power the track. It'll just be, exhibits, I guess you want to call them. Of course, then they'll be able to take a trolley ride around, all the way over to bench work or workbench city or repair bench city or whatever I name it. I haven't really. That's just something I'm throwing out there on the top of my mind. Workbench city, but I don't think I'm going to name it that. I don't know. But anyway, here's some weathered cars just sitting there, just I wanted to see what it looked like passing through there. Some of the cars that I tried to weather on the one Thursday night live stream, and the stream decided it was, or the internet decided it was going to end my stream with in about 34 minutes. So anyway, that's what's happening on the Prestonburg area. Changes video series version 2. Not a lot really happening. I mean, it's coming along slow. I haven't been out here as much because of better weather, and of course when it is ugly I end up out here or doing stuff in the house for my mother, which when your mom works and you can't get a job because you gotta be home because of your uncle, this is what happens. You end up doing all the yard work or doing all the maintenance stuff that you can, and you also end up doing the housekeeping part of it. So, but I'm glad that my mom can still work, because I don't know where we would be with the house and everything because of my dad being gone. We're down to one money supplement coming in now, so yeah, I gotta be home because of my uncle, take care of my uncle, because he's getting dementia or losing his memory, whichever way you want to look at that. So, and I don't have no bills, so that's one good thing. So anyway, guys, that's going to end this video. And you can see I've got stuff labeled where small trees and bushes, that kind of stuff goes. So, and like I said, all that's liquid nailed down, not the bridge. I didn't do the bridges. I left the bridges loose, and I left a gap between the track and where I started gluing it or tacking it down. So I might be able to wiggle the bridge or something out if I had to. I don't see why I would have to, because I've got 2 feeder wires back here, one here. If you can see that, it's covered up by the mirror, but it's right there at the mirror at that connection, and the other one, of course, is back there behind the batteries. But there'll be more than that in. I'll have to have one main one here because of the sensor and the circuit board, and then one over on the other end, and then I'll probably put one here where the lift out bridge will go for the trolley. So that's about it, guys. This is going to wrap this video up till part A12 coming up, which I don't know when that'll be. But make sure you check out On Track Tuesday tonight with, I believe, Redbird Tony 2010 is the next one on the list. So check him out at 7 tonight. Also check out Sparky 107 for his last Wednesday night live stream before Steamtown at 7 p.m. Eastern also. And me, you can check Hot Rod Rodney 25 out on Thursday night on my live stream at 7 p.m. Eastern. And then Friday, I'm not sure who's going to be live for Vinny, or if Cousin Vinny will be back on the air. But I do know he's given his daughter away to marriage this weekend. So safe travels, Vinny. And I wish his daughter and new son-in-law lots of luck and lots of happiness with their marriage, and lots of years to come together. And hope they're all stay safe. And that's going to do it for this video, part A11. I'll catch you later, guys. And Vinny will be on at 8 p.m. Friday, along with 2448 Toy Man. Also at 10 on Friday and Saturday night. Can't forget about Ron Toyman. He does his live streams 2 nights in a row, so at 10 p.m. Eastern. But I'm not sure who's covering for Vinny, or if it's actually going to be Cousin Vinny this Friday. So we'll catch you later, guys. And thanks for supporting my channel. Like, share, subscribe. Comment in the section down below. And we'll catch you on the next video. Bye for now.